both holding babies. Where the fuck those babies come from?
The rental store.
Parents never taught you about the birds and the bees?
How do you know they both had vaginas and one didn't have a penis?
That's a good point. You have made a good point.
There actually was a UFC fighter that was a male trans thing I saw that wrecked the woman.
That too. Yeah, she's not fighting anymore, or he's not fighting anymore, because, yeah, it was a bit too controversial. And I don't think they were in the UFC. It was some other fighting, martial arts fighting thing.
Squeeze. Yeah. They're talking about, say we had 1980s, they had Bush. And to 1990, they had little V-strip. 2000s, nothing. Now, dick. What the fuck?
Why does that come and go?
In the 80s, 90s was the landing strip. Yeah, I saw that one.
Oh, I just had to throw it out there.
The landing strip.
I like the landing strip.
Yeah, me too. Little Hitler mustache, perfect for me.
Yeah, that's me just enough tickle your nose.
The ball there, just, yeah, it makes me think of children, so I'm not interested.
If I honestly wanted a mouthful of hair, I really would eat the cat. Told Alf to back off.
Alright, we gonna finally get the good fights now? Well, I think we got the chicks fighting first. Another couple of dykes. With kids. How you? Go figure. Yeah. I'm rooting for, Rachel or Recco, whatever her name is. Rachel, I think. Raquel. I'm rooting for her because the other one's a crotch sniffer. I'm not interested in watching people roll around on the ground wrestling and shit. I'd rather see fucking throwing some fucking fists.
He's almost getting hostile over there. I mean, I wouldn't mind rolling around with a couple of crotch sniffers.
The problem is they're sweaty guys.
Oh, well, not them kinds. I suppose it's about time, huh, Radio Man? I was kind of wondering.
Oh yeah, they're not fucking stupid. They know what sells. Yeah, there's a bunch of different leagues out there, and well, actually, the UFC has some fucking nice looking chicks with some badonkadonks. I mean, big ass dump trucks. I'm loving it. But no, there's another league. I can't remember what the league is, but I follow her on TikTok, and she's actually a double champ. She's in 2 different leagues and she's holding 2 belts. And she's got a fucking dump truck. And all she does is on her TikTok, she's complaining about not having a boyfriend.
You said a coffee cup on that bastard?
Oh man, I'll tell you what. And she must drop 30 pounds for the fight. Because she looks way better when she's chubby. In my opinion, obviously. But she drops a lot of weight to go in the ring. And she sliced, her last match that I watched, she fucked that other girl up with fucking slicing elbows. I was like, holy shit, this girl is for real. Yep. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the girls doing the bare knuckle thing because it is brutal. And I'm surprised to hear you say that she's in that league because, I mean, she's fucking rich from Instagram showing her ass on Instagram. Yeah, they wrap their hands so they don't break their fucking knuckles. That's why they wrap their hands. You don't have to wrap your hands, but you're going to break your hands. I'm thinking it's just 2 fights. These are the 2 main events. These 2 chicks and then Strickland. Yeah, I'm with you, man.
Oh, hey, I got a screwdriver's not gonna like that.
Are you using like regular ice cubes that melt and water down your liquor? Because that's the way I like it. Or are you one of these guys that use the plastic covered ones? Oh, nice. So you don't like watering it down at all? Yeah. Lately for me, a couple of glasses of wine is enough for me. But when my son-in-law comes over, he always brings over a bottle of scotch or whiskey. He likes it. He'll get a bottle of, high dollar shit. I've always been a cheap fucker. I'll drink anything. But he likes to come over and he wants to fucking put that bottle away with me. We have a good time together. Smoke some. He always brings some cigars too. Yep, 100%. I agree with you 100% on the whole bonded thing. It's a great way. You know, the Scotch thing too. Having a Scotch with your bros and smoking a cigar. You can't. It don't get much better than that. You have to throw a 4-wheeler in there to get better than that. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. I usually leave it up to my son-in-law. He comes up with them. But Maduro and what was the other one you said? Yeah, 10-4. Yeah. No, I mean, fuck. It's been a while since we've done a family gathering, but the last one we had was, I don't know, 2-3 years ago. It's for Christmas. And somebody broke out some cigars, and like a handful of us went out onto the porch and smoked some cigars together. And it's just like you were saying, I mean, it's a fucking guy bond, a bromance. Boy, look at her get wound up, huh?
Coffee, and they passed around a couple cigars, and they're smoking them up, and didn't think nothing of it. Wife comes home from work, and oh my God, she says, can't you do that when it's warm outside? We can open a fucking window.
Oh, well, we got sent out. It was December. We were out on the porch. It was, you know, when the announcer, I forget what the guy's name is. Let's get rid of the Rumble. That guy. He, you know, how he shouts and gets everybody pumped up. That Brazilian there, she was right into it, and you could see the veins popping out of her neck like she's full of horse tranquilizers or something. All right.
Yeah, 5 hours later, and the house still smelled like cigars.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the secondhand smoke, the smell that it leaves in the house. I don't know as though I would do it in the house at all over here, because I'm not a fan of the smell of it that it leaves in the house. Great while you're smoking them, but yeah, the lasting smell's not that great.
Well, normally she comes home to a nice smelling supper. That didn't do it. Funny thing is, two guys that smoke cigars are coming by tomorrow for their weekly ration of cookies. But I can imagine what she's gonna do to them.
Here we go with the crotch sniffing. Boring. Oh, this one's gonna be over soon, I think.
You guys got awfully quiet out there.
Bob. Sucks.
Who else here around here has their radio connected to their fucking computer? Hello, come on.
Not me. Probably not Bob either. Unless you're talking about like his, what is he? His SDR.
Yeah, what the fuck is SDR? What's that mean?
Software-based radio? Or, yeah, something to that effect.
So it's just an app or a program?
No, you gotta have a device, and you do run a coax to it, so you can either run a separate antenna to it, or you can get another device that, splits the difference, and it switches back and forth. Radio Man, when he gets back, he'll fill you in on that, but yeah, they're pretty cool. I mean, you get the pretty cool graphics on it, and some of the audio coming out of it is, pretty fucking good. Obviously, signal, and you could tell how wide somebody's transmitting. You can hear what kind of audio they got coming out of it. You can see what kind of audio on a graph.
Yeah, I talked to Radio Man last night about that shit, and I asked if it was something that I could hook the coax to or whatever, and I don't know, I was pretty drunk, so I guess I didn't get that vibe from him. He said, no, I thought he had like a device with a small antenna on it that was receiving everybody else's signal.
Yeah, I don't think they make, well, maybe they do make transmitting ones, but these are just for receive. You do have to hook an antenna to it. It's a tiny, tiny coax, and Yeah, they're pretty cool. I mean, if you're into that sort of thing, and you can listen to the whole. You can see, not listen. You can see the whole band. You can widen it up past 40 channels if you want. You can see somebody's keying up on channel 1 and 28 at the same time. You can see it.
Right, and because I asked him, I thought that maybe it was, you know, like just a T connector, like I would put my, like sometimes your old meters had a cord that came out of it and you just had a T connector, so you know, most of your meters are in and out. And I didn't know if he had a device that was like in and then out, but it had a connector that connected to the computer, and I think he told me no. I don't know why, but I think he told me no.
No, you definitely need some sort of switch. Something that switches between receivers. It's like, let's say you have a CB and your SDR hooked up to the same antenna. You definitely need a switch box that automatically switches. Because if you was to key up your radio and it was just in a T connector on your coax, it would blow out it would ruin your SDR. It would just blow it out, too strong of a signal.
Right, I mean that whatever, that T connector has to have some kind of circuitry that transmits or changes my outgoing signal to transfer it. You know, like putting that SDR in line would just be like putting my old set of Paradynamic 600s in line. That's kind of the way I see it, but apparently that's not the way it works.
You said blow it.
Yeah, but you said, what the hell did you say earlier? You keyed up too long. I couldn't remember, and I forgot to make a comment. I can't think of it now. It was really gay, though.
I love being stepped on.
Oh, he didn't actually step on you. I heard you.
Oh, yeah. Huh. Imagine that.
I want to know why the echo comes and goes on that damn thing.
Because now it's Maniac dogging it on Tasman.
No, I just heard it with you. It was there, obnoxious, and then it goes right away, and then it comes back.
It must be this Rode Stream microphone, because there is, I'm looking at the radio, and the echo is off on the radio. The microphone here it's set about as low as it'll go. It's down on like 2.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's not as low as it can go if it's on a 2. Yeah, I mean, I noticed it like last week with him too. It just, he can be in the middle of talking. He'll go from echo to no echo. Sounds a whole lot better without the echo to back to echo.
Ask Bob about what you were just asking me about with the SDR and stuff. The antenna changing thing.
You said that's very plausible?
I keyed up with you.
Oh, he said something about the SDR. Bob, how do you have your SDR hooked in?
A lot of times mine goes to a different antenna, but or you get like an MFJ switch box or something like that, where when you key up, it disconnects your SDR and it shorts it to ground, and then when you unkey, it lets your receive go to both.
Yeah, does this mic sound better?
Did for a second. Go ahead, Radio Man.
I'd have to let him get back on and say, I don't know what the fuck he was talking about last night. Oh, Radio Man. No, I didn't know if this SDR had like some kind of clip-on, like I could clip it to my fucking coax, you know, like an old timing light for Yeah, so that when you key your amp up or your high-powered radio, you're not fucking blowing your SDR up, right? No, well, you say that, and I was thinking like your SDR had just like a magnetic type wire, like a fucking timing light that you could just wrap around the coax, and it saw everything that it was doing. Alright.
I like that.
Then I thought that maybe you had, I say a T connector or whatever, but just like you would hook any set of meters up, you know, you screw the coax into this, and then I put my antenna out, and it had a wire that ran, that was the SDR, you know, like it just fucking, you hooked that shit up, and it was hooked to the computer with a program, and... I use the dip switches.
You watching this fight?
Hey, you were defending everything. I was just, I don't know, I was drunk, Susan. I was trying to, like, rationalize what the fuck I was thinking in my mind.
Real quick. I was saying that how exciting it is when they're standing and punching, and then as soon as the girl in black gets a hold of Pennington there, it gets real boring real fucking quick, like right now. Fucking snooze fest. She just wants to get her on the ground and sniff her crotch. They're both dykes. It can't be good down there anyway.
I was just talking. I did get a little annoyed with so much echo and over-modulating backswinging. I had to leave the room for a few minutes.
Am I still clipping?
Not normally. He did a few times. I actually had to go out back, and my diesel heater was just about out of fuel. I had to go fill it up. Yours wasn't too bad. Taz's was a little too much.
Sometimes we have to do things to keep our friends happy.
Oh, come on, guys. Really?
See, that's too much.
Oh, how's that? Is that better?
Until the next time. You one of them people that it magically turns itself up every time?
No, I didn't turn it up. I turned it the fuck down.
I don't know, it's just one of them. Yours wasn't too bad, Radio Man. It's enough for me to not love it, but it's not enough for me to say, oh, I ain't gonna fucking listen to it. Taz's is right on that borderline of me really wanting to listen to it or not. And this is a a me problem, not a your problem. I'm not going to say it's a your problem and you don't got to fix it. I'm just saying I was in the other room because, well, I had shit to do, you know, for starters, and for a second, and it was just a little break from my ears.
Yeah, we know it's a you problem, but we also know that sometimes we do things for friends to make them happy.
Big shout out for Roger Beeps.
I love your Roger Beeps, but yeah.
Christ, I ran the same mic on the fucking Striker for years, sat on the same thing, and nobody had a fucking issue, but now, wow.
I'm just saying it's a me problem. I'm sure you fit in just fine on Channel 28 or with truckers all day long. I just felt like being an asshole tonight, but I just don't like Echo, period. I just don't like it. And when you get a lot of audio and you get onto it like tonight, it turns out to be almost too much. So I said, my hearing ain't the best, and if I gotta struggle to make out what somebody's saying, I get bored really quick and I just don't talk. I don't listen. I shouldn't have to concentrate to understand somebody.
Yeah, but Margie ran fucking Echo for years, and everybody loved the way he sounded.
I've always given him shit for his Echo, and when was the last time you heard him on here?
2 weeks ago.
I don't know, who you got winning this one there, Radio Man? Who you got winning?
The one in the black trunks.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I got stepped on there. Well, go ahead, Radio Man. Oh, yeah, no, it depends. If the other opponent is throwing kicks at your legs when you're laying on the ground on your back like that, they'll just let it go. But if the other opponent is saying, no, I don't want to fight on the ground, get up. If you don't get up, they will call the fight, and you will be the loser. Because Raquel was Pennington, the one in the green, she was saying, no, get up. I'm not fighting on the ground. Oh, I know they are. I've seen the background on them both. The one in green's got a child with another dyke UFC or former UFC fighter. How they got the kid without a dick, I don't know. Probably, and neither one of them have ever been pregnant. So where they got the kid from, I don't know. And the other one is the same exact thing, although I don't know enough about her to know whether her girlfriend was ever pregnant or not.
Go back to the old Striker mic. Non-powered, non-nothing.